All right, Oval and Ruthless fans, I think, well, this video is kind of combined, but basically I'm going to be discussing what was brought up about Denise's death in the news report in the last episode of the Oval and combining that with events in Ruthless. So just so you know, spoilers, but then again, if you are on this channel, you know I post reviews of everything, so watch the shows. But before going any further, let's try to get this video to 75 likes. Make sure you subscribe if you are new, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any new content, and also follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Now, in the news report, it was stated that Denise's body was gruesomely well handled, if you will, in a bad part of town. So one could possibly assume that Kyle dumped the body off somewhere, and from there, you know, it was covered up in terms of the news story. So it was brought up that she had a record of dealing in child trafficking and prostitution, and that was the story used to cover up her death. So basically people are like, a person like that, no wonder they got handled the way they did. But it seems to me that that seems more of a profile for Ruth than Denise, because of the fact that I would assume, I mean, with Hunter being mayor, then governor, then president, and you have people like Max around to cover up his dirty work, there would be people in his camp who would do profiles on these people who Hunter deals with, kind of like Charles and Candace. Like, Charles knew everything there was to know about Candace before that they interacted at the bar at the Artesian Hotel. So I figured the same thing would kind of be true about Denise. Now, given the fact that Ruth, in terms of being identified by Barry early on in the Oval, from that point on, she was technically dead to everyone in the series. However, on Ruthless, based on recent events, we know that's not the case. Ruth is still alive, and she will be revealed to be alive on the Oval soon enough because, well, the trailer for future episodes revealed that. Basically, once Barry identified Niecy's body as Ruth, Ruth was pretty much, you know, labeled as dead. So it's possible Kyle did research and then found out about Ruth and Denise and decided, okay, let's use Ruth's profile to cover up Denise's death because of her criminal activity. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, Denise's death will be covered, or I guess you could say is going to be tied to Ruth's activities with the Rakudushis. But remember, she was in prostitution before joining the cult, so it's possible she's been arrested before with Tally for prostituting. So that's just something to throw out there. But also, you can look on the flip side of things. Well, Jeremy, what if the news report was 100% accurate and Denise was involved in all those things? You could argue that her boutique was kind of like a front for her criminal activities. That's possible as well. Maybe in the past, her and Ruth were prostitutes, and Denise decided to get her life together, leading to her owning the boutique. And maybe the child trafficking thing could be, again, a Rakudushi front. You never know. I mean, given the fact that the Rakudushi members have been shown to infiltrate legit businesses like police stations and other forms of employment in order to infiltrate powerful organizations and people, kind of like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe after the events of Captain America 1. Hydra agents infiltrated Shield, and we saw the end game, no pun intended, of that unfold in the events of Captain America the Winter Soldier. So same thing with the Rakudushis. They are like a virus that infects other, you know, organizations for their own benefit. Basically, they plant, well, they usually say plant. So basically they plant the seeds of Rakudushi in places where they need to be in order to get useful information, like kind of like Melinda in the police station in order to get the intel on what the sheriff's office has on the Rakudushis, and the list goes on. So we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But do you think that the news story that was told in the Oval to explain Denise's criminal history is legit, or is she indeed just being placed under the scrutiny of Ruth's crimes? Because remember, like the elder mother said, Niecy will be you, so you'll technically be dead to the world, and you will be free to be in the Rakudushis without worrying about anyone ever coming after you. So I think that makes sense. But let me know your thoughts. I'd really like to get some discussion going in the comments on this. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so, PayPal or Cash App, or join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month for content there you won't get on the other platforms.